This is Democracy Now! I'm Amy Goodman. We're broadcasting from inside the UN Climate Summit here in Madrid, Spain. Just hours after Greta Thunberg slammed world leaders for ignoring climate science at the plenary on Wednesday. And just as Time magazine announced she was their choice for Person of the Year, hundreds of activists gathered to demand rich countries take more drastic action to address the climate crisis. The protests began just as we were finishing our live broadcast. Right now, the protesters are walking by us, by Tom and Corrine. Security opened up what looks like a large garage door. They're holding the front person who's got his hand up in a fist, and now hundreds of people are passing us as they walk out of the COP. As they walk out of the COP, it's not clear why they're walking out of the COP, but what they're doing, Tom, why don't you explain?
There's a possibility that they're going to lose their badges.
Tom is afraid that they will lose their badges if they walk out of the COP.
My name is Rita. I'm from Nigeria. I represent Friends of the Earth. We want sustainable solutions. We want people power solutions. We want solutions that connect the people to the ground. There are a lot of devastation in communities in different landscapes across the world. People are dying every day for sins they did not commit. And we are here to say, no more corruption with our COP. We want the people's voice to be heard. We want a climate just solution. We don't want carbon markets. We want people power solutions. And that's why we're calling our governments on COP to listen to the voice of the people. That is why we are here. We will not be coerced. We'd like to quickly call on another speaker. Her name is Angela.
We are here in solidarity with Chile. With Chile and all countries that are facing human rights violations. We are here in solidarity with the frontline communities. With the millions of people in the global south who are facing the worst of the climate crisis. We are here because we haven't forgotten about them, about our present and our future. We are here because we need our governments to listen to us. This last week, it's been all about profit, carbon markets, nature-based solutions that don't respond to the needs of people and nature. If we unite, we can have a present and a future grounded in justice.
No false solutions! No false solutions! No false solutions!
We have one last speaker. She's from the Amazon, and she's here to share one last thing with all of you here.
Mi nombre es Sandra Tucup.
My name is Sandra Tucup. I am from the Ecuadorian Amazon, and I am here because our territories are being violated. Those industries that are causing climate change are polluting our rivers and our territories. We are here because we're defending our territory. We're defending biodiversity. We're defending the planet. We're defending the rivers. Because you know that in each and every one of us, we have water. We are water. Because without the water, we cannot live. Without our territory, without our soil, we cannot live. Without the earth, we cannot live, no matter how much money we have. The earth is our mother, and we're here to tell the big industries to stop violating our territories, to stop destroying our lands.
Polluters out, let the people in.
Keep polluters out, let the people in.
Keep polluters out, let the people in.
Keep polluters out, let the people in.
This is what will happen.
This is what will happen.
They have decided that they don't want us there.
That they don't want us there.
They are debadging us.
They are debadging us.
How can they?
How can they?
My name is Amelin. Amalan Sadananda from Malaysia. I'm part of the Artivists network.org.
So what happened to your badge?
They were not happy that I decided to help and join this movement, and they were not happy with what I had to say. They took my badge immediately and tried to throw me out.
Who opened the garage door?
The UNFCCC security. They were so afraid of us that they wanted to get rid of us as soon as possible. That's something completely ridiculous. We spend months and months and months trying to get accreditation, trying to plan out things that happen inside here, but they refuse to listen to us. They refuse to listen to our voice, and that is just blasphemy.
Why did you go outside?
We went outside because they forced us out.
Brandon Wu, Action Aid USA. We were actually kettled by UN security. They pushed us outside, out this door, and then they actually closed the door behind us, and there were people who didn't even intend to be part of this.
My name is Nina Sirengwalinga, and I'm from the Quichua people of Sarayaku in the Ecuadorian Amazon. We were having this action inside, demanding climate justice and action on today's climate crisis.
Can you tell us why you came here from the Ecuadorian Amazon?
Because extractive industries are destroying our lands, our communities, they're violating our women, they're taking away our children's future, and yeah, I was victim of that violence as a child, and it's really painful. And Indigenous peoples are the ones that are taking care of these lands and biodiversity and protecting forests, protecting water. Yet we're not being listened to, we're not being included in these conversations, and yeah, we're being lined up to march as like animals with police around us, and we should be inside there.
That was Nina Gualenga, climate activist from Sarayaku in the Ecuadorian Amazon. 350.org and a coalition of climate activists issued a statement after protesters were ejected by security here at the climate summit, saying, quote, "This has never happened before in 25 years of negotiations." After negotiating with the UN climate body organizing the summit, the UNFCCC, demonstrators eventually got their badges back and were allowed to re-enter the climate conference today. Thursday morning, activists held a news conference to address yesterday's protests. This is Jean Su with the Center for Biological Diversity.
And instead of listening to us yesterday, there was a heavy-handed crackdown upon civil society. Hundreds of us were corralled like cattle into a concrete box outside of these premises, and then were marched in cold without our jackets for hours. This is exactly what has been happening across the world. We have been shut out, and we have not been heard. We the people, have been kept out, while the very polluters who drive this crisis are kept in. We refuse to have that happen, and today we are going to allow for the people who are suffering at the front lines to speak about what they are demanding from governments.
Again, that was Jean Su with the Center for Biological Diversity. Well, we're joined right now by one of the climate activists who joined yesterday's protests, both in the afternoon, ejected by the UN and local, not clear who the security was, and who rushed the stage after Greta Thunberg spoke in solidarity with her, but addressing world leaders with their chants, shame and keep the oil in the soil.